Hey folks, Tom Perez here. I wanted to talk a little bit about this bifurcation I keep hearing between Hamas and Palestine. Like, the war is with Hamas, it's not with the Palestinian people. And that's true. That's true. Since World War II, since Vietnam especially, the U.S. government, U.S. military has made great strides and great effort to limit civilian casualties in military conflicts. But there is a overlap between Palestine and Hamas. It's not like the Taliban was in or is in Afghanistan. I served in Afghanistan and I saw firsthand the Taliban seized power militarily with a coup-like terrorist occupying force that came in militarily, decapitated the head of government, and seized power. The United States came in and was able to keep that from happening, but as soon as the U.S. and NATO pull out, this military force came in. There was no, the Afghan people did not choose through electoral process or otherwise the Taliban government. It was forced upon them. That's not the case in Palestine. Palestine democratically elected Hamas. And as John Locke said, the government rules by consent of the governed. Now, so this is more akin to the Nazi party taking power in Germany. I'm sure there are probably some good and decent Germans who lived in Nazi Germany in the 30s and 40s who didn't agree with the Nazi regime, who didn't agree with the eradication of the Jews, but they let it happen anyway for whatever, or maybe there just wasn't enough of them. I don't know the case. This is not a history lesson. The point of that is Adolf Hitler was democratically elected as chancellor. The Hamas government was democratically elected to lead Palestine. So the Palestinian people, that government represents you. You chose them to represent you. When Donald Trump was democratically elected in 2016, all these people were saying, not my president. That's not true. He was your president. Same thing happened in 2020. Biden was elected. A lot of Republicans, not my president. That's not true. He's in the White House. He's the president. So that you may not like him, but that's who the American people chose. Right, wrong, or indifferent. So the Hamas, unfortunately, the Palestinian people have to live with the decisions and the actions that Hamas takes because that's your government that you chose. So there is some responsibility, some burden that falls on your shoulders, Palestinian people. That, again, that does not mean that we need to call for the eradication, the genocide of the Palestinian people. But Palestinian people, we need to see some action from you. Hold a special election or rise up and revolt. The American colonists did that. When we didn't want our government run by a foreign dictator, in this case, or a monarch, the British monarchy, we rose up and we revolted. And many Americans died in order to win our own freedom and choose our own government democratically. Hamas put you in this position, but you chose Hamas. And this is a group of people who, they're doing what they said that they were going to do. So, this may be controversial, what I'm saying, but the Palestinian people chose this government. They're ruling by consent of you. And so you have some accountability here. You have some responsibility because they are your government. And there's not, so that this analogy that I'm hearing between, about Palestine versus Hamas juxtaposed against like the Taliban and Afghanistan is just not even equivalent. It's more akin to the Nazi Party and Nazi Germany. And so when we were bombing Nazi Germany, I'm sure a lot of good and decent civilian Germans got killed. That's war. War sucks. And it's not like the Palestinians are getting what's coming to them, but it should have been expected. Israel was not going to stand by and let their civilians, their citizens, their innocent, non-combatant civilians get murdered and not take action. And they're doing all that they can, but you have a group of people who, according to the Pentagon, are using hospitals. They're bunkered the Hamas headquarters are bunkered underneath civilian hospitals. So they clearly do not care about you, Palestinian people. So why do you care about them? Thank you.